Gavin Creel is a well-loved Broadway star celebrating his third Tony nomination for, oh my God, Hello Dolly, you're in it.
Look at that.
Oh my God, you're in a big fat Broadway hit.
Yeah, it's a little surreal.
Yeah,
We have a really good time over there. The group is amazing. Our cast, crew, band, everybody is like top notch. But they produced a pretty crazy show.
So I know that you were involved in this show, and the way that this show came together is Scott Rudin does this a lot with his shows. Like there were a lot of like sort of pre-workshops, right?
Yeah.
So when did you first meet Bette Midler? Let's do that.
I met her in October.
Okay.
We did like what they call a lab, which is odd. Usually it's for new musicals to like work on new material and everything. But they knew we had a lot of new stuff, and we wanted to give time for all of us to meet Bette, meet David, start working. And Jerry Zaks said it the best. When she walked in the room, we were all like, just this kind of this thing. You just go, huh. I did it with David too. I was like, huh. And after she left, she went home, and we were still rehearsing. He said, when you hear her voice, it's like an old friend who just walked into the room.
Wow.
And it's true, because we all know her voice so well,
Right.
and it was pretty incredible.
Tell me about your personal Bette Midler fandom. Like, when did that? What's the first thing you remember?
I mean, I've seen Big Business and Outrageous Fortune and Ruthless People and.
Oh my God, Outrageous Fortune.
Oh, unbelievable!
Oh my God, Shelley Long and Bette Midler.
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. But the one for me is it's Beaches, Beaches, Beaches. Like I could recite.
Beaches.
Yeah.
All three.
Yeah, I've seen it that many times, 300 times. I could recite it from beginning to end. I know the score.
Did you tell her you're obsessed with Beaches? She's probably used to hearing that.
Yeah, I think so.
That's kind of obvious.
I think so. I don't talk to her too much about her career because I don't want to freak her out and start drooling and be like, I love you. Yeah.
I remember I walked by the Schubert Theater. I don't think you guys were in tech yet. And I saw some like teenage boy leaning on the door of 44th Street, just like listening to try to hear something. And I feel like that's what the entire like community and New York City and the world was doing. Like just like waiting for. So what were your friends like asking you? And people must have been just like dying to know something about this.
It is. They still are, and it's hard to get a ticket, and it's neat to be in. But I think about Hamilton last year, and I say, it's when I was watching Hamilton happen, I just thought, oh my gosh, the world is obsessing over this amazing piece of theater. And I asked my friends who were in it, and they were like, we're just going to work,
right?
And they said it's hard to be, and now I'm in that.
Yeah.
This is, I had nothing to do with it. I'm just go to work and do it, but this. Scott Rudin and Jerry Zaks and Warren Carlyle and Andy Einhorn put together this incredible piece of theater that in the center of it, I just go to work. Mm-hmm. But then when I leave work, I go, oh crap, she's a very famous person. He is a very famous person. This is a very famous show.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of the production. I think it's a beautiful production.
It's like a classic musical comedy production. It's like you feel like you're stepping into another era, right?
Yeah.
And the star turn, and I love like, the days of classic Broadway star turns, and that's what Bette Midler is giving here, and David Hyde Pierce. And
exit and entrance applause throughout the piece. She gets almost bigger entrance applause than she does at the beginning. In the middle of the second act, when she enters for Hello Dolly, and you just go, this audience is gagging for the show. They are ready for the show. It's amazing. I keep saying that I'm in the honeypot. This is just like sitting in the middle.
In the honeypot.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sitting
where
in
Gavin
it.
Creel is, in case you were wondering.
I'm just scooping it in, just going, thank you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
And you are Cornelius, is a classic role.
Yeah.
And last year you did She Loves Me. You've been doing these like classic Broadway things.
I'm grateful for him. It's time for a new one. I want to do a new piece next.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be in this for quite some time.
And have you heard this yet? This is exciting.
I haven't heard it. I know.
It's so fancy.
I haven't heard it. I gave my copy to my mom and dad.
Isn't it crazy when you walk around the theater district, you see this artwork everywhere, and like the logos are everywhere. It's
do you know that this is, again, I think it's brilliant. But like if you get out your old LP,
it's an exact like replica of the original Carol Channing artwork, which I love.
And the whole idea was, it's as if time froze, and now we've opened it back up. And Bette Midler has stepped into this iconic role and this iconic production. It's tipping its hat to Gower Champion and the brilliant work that he did, yet giving it a new twist with Warren Carlyle's beautiful reinvention. And
oh my God, the songs you get to sing. I mean, like, great.
Wall-E's my favorite movie of all time. So those are the two songs from that. So.
Right. Yeah, that's so funny. I forgot the whole Wall-E connect. Yeah,
the opening credits. Boom, out there.
Right. Right. Yeah. That
best movie ever.
Yeah, and audiences are losing their minds.
Yeah, they really are.
And you're getting very spoiled. I mean, you've been in a lot of great musicals, though. And great. You've dealt with a lot of.
Oh, I've been so lucky.
Yeah. So, oh my God, didn't we just pass the anniversary of Thoroughly Modern Millie?
April, almost a month ago, April 18th.
15 years ago, you were nominated for a Tony.
15 years.
Right?
Yeah.
For your first Tony.
Yeah, when I was 6.5.
Yeah, I know. You were so young. I remember. You were a little boy.
Yeah.
Little boy romancing Sutton Foster in that show.
Yeah, we were kids.
Yeah.
And you and I were there. We were there together.
And now you're a seasoned pro.
We're getting there.
And now when you get a Tony nomination, it's like, my third. Okay, this is nice. Is it still exciting?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean this when I say it, and I'll say it if it happens again, if I'm lucky enough to get another nomination someday. When they call your name for nomination, you win. I won. Like, whatever happens on June 11th is the party. And it's not the same as when you're in a relationship and you either get dumped or you're the dumper or the dumpee. It's definitely worse one way or the other. With this, it's all honey. It's all great. It's fantastic.
And you won an Olivier. Let's remind everybody, you won an Olivier Award, a very fancy British award for Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
And you're in the Best Featured Actor in a Musical category. It's a good category. Don't you have friends in that category?
One of my closest friends, Andrew Reynolds.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew Reynolds.
I've known him almost 20 years.
Right.
We've literally shared a wall. We've lived next door to each other. We haven't done a full-fledged production together. I'd kill to do a Broadway show with him. I have to think of something. Guys, write in.
Yeah.
Tell us what we should do.
Who's out there writing musicals?
Yeah, please, something new.
That's the thing.
Andrew and I.
Let's get Gavin Creel and Andrew Reynolds together in a show. But this year you're fighting it out.
Yeah, we're going to do
with some other nominees. It's
amazing. Lucas Steele, Mike, and Brandon, and Andrew and I. It's like, Andrew's very fancy and famous in TV and movies and stuff. And I'm sure the other guys have done the same. I don't know their resumes as well. But I was really proud that a lot of the categories this year were theater people. It's a lot of theater folk.
Yes.
I look at across all the nominations, and there's a lot of really great theater folk. And I remember watching the Tonys some years, and it seems like a love fest to Hollywood, or you know, and it's well deserved a lot of the time, most of the time. But it's so neat to see us, like our theater folk, just getting celebrated on a night when you celebrate theater.
Absolutely. So what are you wearing?
I'm getting something designed by Jeff Mashie, who designed the costumes of She Loves Me.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malin Breton is going to build this beautiful outfit for me, and Jeff Mashie's designed it.
Just classic? Like classic?
I don't ever go to...
No,
I always like to play.
You're an eccentric guy.
I'm going to play. I may look like an a-hole, but I'm just going to go for it. I don't think... No, Jeff Mashie had promised me. I was like, let's take a risk. I love color. I love to take a risk. And he said, we'll take a risk, but I'm going to make you look like $1 million. So I'm trusting him.
How about a crazy wig?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually just going to wear this mess. Just like this on the Tonys. You heard it here, folks.
Suddenly you're Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if only.
Gavin, thank you so much for coming by. I can't wait to see you on the Tony Awards.
I can't wait.
And everyone, go see this guy at the Schubert Theater. Like, there's like cancellation, maybe you can stand in the back.
Standing room.
There are ways to get in.
If you go to standing room tickets at like 3 or 4 in the morning and you're willing to have like some breakfast sandwiches, you will get in. I can't actually guarantee that, but you will have a very good chance of getting in.
Or just put your ear to the door on 44th, maybe. Maybe that'll work.
It's worth hearing, I promise.
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.